Hi friends, welcome to this week's Sunday Sermon preview for January 29th. Here's something for you to put in your calendar. Beginning on March 5th, we are going to begin a journey to the cross. It's going to go through our whole Lent season and then we'll end up at Easter time. So you want to prepare your hearts now for this great adventure that we're going to have together. Journey to the cross. I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted to ride a bicycle. I'd come home from school and I'd sit on our curb and I'd watch everybody else ride by. And they were doing donuts and they were having a great time running over people's yards and doing all kinds of things. And I felt myself out of the picture. I wanted to be there, but I couldn't because I didn't know how to ride a bike. I'd never ridden a bike before. I didn't even have a bike. But my mom had a bike. And so I got that bike out. And I was pretty short when I was young. And I'm not super tall now, but I remember looking up at the handlebars of that bike and wondering, how the heck am I going to get up on that seat and get moving before I fall? Well, there was a lot of trial and error, a lot of scrapes, probably a lot of tears, and I found that if I could get going on the bike, the only way I could stop was to run into a bush. And then the bike would come to a stop, and I'd climb off that bike, and I'd be victorious. And my father was pretty upset because it was one of his good plants that he liked, but nonetheless, I learned to ride a bike. And after I learned to ride a bike, that bicycle became a boat, it became a race car, it became an army tank. That bicycle became my motorcycle, and at one point, that bike also became an airplane. And man, I had a great time riding that bicycle. But I never would have done it had I continued to sit on the curb. We're going to be looking at James, and we're going to be continue to look at James. We're going to be looking at James 1, verses 19 through 27. And in that passage of Scripture, you're going to find some amazing things on how to improve one's spiritual life. But it comes with a point of conviction for me, at least, and I hope that this is a conviction for you, and not just a conviction, but a challenge to do something about it. Because as you know, we can sit back and learn all these great things, but if we continue to sit on the curb, we're never going to ride a bike. If we continue to sit in the back seat or we continue to do nothing about it, we're not going to grow. It says in James chapter 1, verses 22, 23, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror. And after looking at it himself, he goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. What does that mean? Well, we know what do what the word says means. It seems obvious, but we're going to look at more of that on Sunday. But this bit about a mirror. A mirror, it has a specific purpose. It's not just to look at yourself, but it's to look at yourself and see if yourself is okay. If I had left some shaving soap and I looked in the mirror and saw that there and did nothing about it, well, I would be foolish walking around with a glob of shaving soap on my face. The mirror was there to point it out so that I could do something about it. We're going to be looking at James again, James chapter 1, verses 19 through 27. And we're going to look at about how we can apply it to our lives. And I have to tell you that this is really striking me hard. It's really convicting me because it's not only for me as an individual, but I'm a pastor. I'm a pastor of a group of believers, a group of people that come to church. Some believe and some don't believe. And I want to make sure that the people that hear this word on Sunday don't just feel convicted about it, but actually do something about it. Look forward to seeing you this Sunday at 10:45. Our Sunday school starts at 9:30, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. God bless.